He's got 100 for his country. They've done it! Big wicket! Zimbabweans are jubilant!
Welcome to this one-day series, the first of the game being played here at Bulawayo, Zimbabwe versus Pakistan.
It's an interesting conundrum that Pakistan have. They've got almost an embarrassment of riches by comparison to Zimbabwe. No Mohamed Hafiz in the starting lineup today. An opportunity for Imam-ul-Haq, but Fakhar Zaman is the man who's regarded very much as in possession of one of those two opening slots.
What a T20 series he had. He was blistering in Harare. Can he continue this form in the one-day stuff? 94.34 his strike rate, near 100, and that's no surprise because he does like to get on with it, likes to flay it through that offside, and if you get too straight, he's not afraid of picking up over the leg side as well. And his partner today will be the bespectacled Imam-ul-Haq into his fifth game, just 149 runs. And of that, his best was 100, so there is some pedigree there. And he'll be keen to cement a spot in this top order. Remember that the World Cup just over a year away. And as we mentioned, or Mickey Arthur mentioned to you, Brian, the 28 one-days they have between now and the World Cup. So the planning is finite.
I love that line from Mickey. Operation World Cup starts today. Tendai Chitara is going to open the bowling from our commentary box end, the City end.
There's a handy performer, Tendai Chitara, really good with the new ball, particularly to the left-handers, gets it to go across them, gentlemen. And has got the one that swings back as well, so he'll be in his element here, bowling to the two left-handers. Here we go then, Ian Gould signals play for this first 50-over game. You don't mind getting those first up as a batter, I can tell you. Very much a loosener from Tendai Chitara. It is a bit chilly out there, a bit cold. So he's going to take a while to get into his work. But a nice little half volley to start things off. And he'll be a bit irritated that he missed out there, Imam-ul-Haq.
It's the sort of line that Alistair Campbell's talking about, that Chitara bowls so well to the left-hander. A couple of slips in position.
He does go across and bowl that off-cutter. If I was Hamilton Masakadza, the only way of beating Pakistan is trying to make some early inroads. I'd be leaving another gap at cover there, getting a third slip in or a gully, really applying some pressure. There we go, there we go. Now then, did that hit the outside edge, or did it miss the edge and hit the back pad? I think that's what Ryan Murray's perplexed about. Half shout, I think it's missed everything, hit the back pad.
It's well bowled.
Yeah, there we go, it's missed the outside edge, hit him on the inner thigh guard. So problems early on here for Imam-ul-Haq. Chitara right on the money early on.
Imam-ul-Haq, that 100 that he's got in one-day international cricket. That was actually on his debut. 13th player to score a century on a one-day international debut. And only the second Pakistani after Salim Elahi many, many years ago in Gujranwala against Sri Lanka, 1995. Early touch there for Ryan Murray behind the stumps. Zimbabwe opting to have Murray behind the stumps today, even though Peter Moore is in the side as well. There's Liam Roach. And Pakistan are underway. Should be at least two. The end of the over, first over of the match, and Pakistan 2 without loss. Three debutants today, two for Zimbabwe, Ryan Murray, the wicketkeeper, and Liam Roach, the off-spinner, and for Pakistan, Asif Ali, that power pack in the middle order for them. Big shout for LBW. Not out, says Ian Gould. And the way Chitara just shapes the ball away from the left-hander, it's always going to be a little bit of an issue.
And this is the one that he brings back, the in-swinger. And he got it spot on. And I'll tell you what, it's very straight, but Gould thinking that height being the issue. Pitching in line, hitting in line, that wasn't the issue. I think it was more the height issue, but tremendous piece of bowling that from Tendai Chitara. Just setting him up beautifully, across him, across him, across him, and then the one that comes back.
What a lovely response. Through the covers, and that'll be the first boundary of the day. Glorious cover drive from M01 Zimbabwe.
He's tried a few, he's played and missed, but on this occasion, right up the middle of the bat. That'll please the batting coach, Grant Flower. A nice stride in, collapses the back leg, but that's okay. And waits for it, plays it under the eyes and threads it through the gap. Just a little heavy, the outfield at the moment. There was some rain earlier on. That'll quicken up as the day moves on. But enough on it to get it away to the boundary for 4.
End of the over. 3 gone. Pakistan 10 without loss.
There he goes. There he goes. He likes it there. How many times have we seen that shot from Fakhar Zaman? Whipped off it from Zarabani and flayed away through the covers. 4 bowled, 16 for none.
Asif Ali making his one-day international debut for Pakistan today. Cap number 217. A reward for a very impressive 2020 International Tri-Series. 117 runs at a strike rate of 167. Wow. And again, lovely stuff, that really is. And a good follow through as well. He's almost down by the batsman.
Taking him a couple of overs, pretty chilly out there, but he's definitely found his straps now. That is a very, very good delivery. And one thing that everyone needs to work on, I suppose, as cricketers, and that's constantly talked about by the coaches, is consistency. We heard Shoaib Malik in the pre-show as well talk about consistency, not only as a cricketer but as a human being as well. But here he's bowled 2 in the right area, he's got to follow it up with another one.
Shout for caught behind. I think that may have just flicked the back thigh, and that's what the umpire's indicating as well. Early test for Langton Raziri.
He sure did follow it up. This is best of the lot. And there is a little noise, but I think it's the inside thigh guard as well, the hip. I think it misses the leading edge. It squares him up and just flicks the trouser on the way past. They all went up in unison behind the stumps. There definitely was deflection, was a noise. Just not sure it was Willow.
First maiden of the day. What a cracking over that was from Blessing Muzarabani. Pakistan remain 19 without loss. I think Chitara may have asked for it actually, just to give him a little bit of confidence to pitch that ball up outside the off stump. But of course you're cutting your nose off despite your face, because you're moving one of your catching options away from the slips.
Surely he wanted to get a wicket, but I think he did that because he wanted to try his slower ball. That looked like the off-cutter that he was using, and wanted to induce a false stroke.
Oh yes, no, excuse me if this hits. Goodness me. First single for 13 balls and almost a run out. End of the over, 7 gone, Pakistan 20 without loss.
Big swing outside the off stump. Zarabani has been good to the left-handers this morning. Not too many times he's given them whiff like that last delivery. This was the last ball of the last over. And almost a run-out opportunity. Confusion between the two batsmen. making his ground in the end, Ul-Haq, with a dive. But Bazid, this pressure is created because Zimbabwe's gone 2 overs without a single. Lots of pressure on the Pakistan batsman. Short and pulled away comfortably. First time we've seen him go short of a length, despite the pace, put away comfortably.
Very quick to pounce on anything short. He's very good square of the wicket. Loves the offside, the cut shot, but equally good with the pull shot. And the first time really that he's been allowed to camp on that back foot and play that pull shot.
Yeah, the last 16 balls have been 15 dots and just 1 single. So a release of pressure from Zarabani. Big swing. This one just nipping back after pitching into the left-hander.
Again, the length so important. There's a little bit of nibble in this pitch, and once you pitch it up slightly fuller, and you just saw that one seam back in, so difficult to play those booming drives off the front foot. To drop short gives the batsman time.
Better. Bit of extra bounce, hitting the splice of the bat. End of the 8th, 24 for no loss, Zimbabwe. That's beautifully played. It was going across the left-hander like we've mentioned, but well negotiated by Fakhar Zaman.
A man in form and a man blessed with timing. This one just caressed through the offside and sped away. Went so quickly through that offside. He does power it through, but that was all timing. Fakhar has been the star in the Tri-Series, and he's brought that form here today in difficult batting conditions.
3.22 Pakistan's run rate so far this morning. They've had to deal with some pretty accurate bowling from Zarabani and Chatara. They've negotiated their way through. 29 for no loss. Edged, and that just dropped short of the man at second slip. It's a good effort from Brian Chari. Not easy because he would have been unsighted. Batsman squaring up, and he only would have seen that ball after possibly going a couple of meters past the batsman, but good effort.
Yeah, you talked about the ball going across the left hand, a little bit of seam movement, exaggerating that. Unfortunately, didn't carry to second slip, but the line, the length, still testing Imam Ul-Haq.
And a shot in anger. And I think after all the balls that have gone past the outside edge, that nick, he's thought, if I keep allowing him to bowl in this area, he's going to get the better of me.
He's had enough. Had enough of the ball seaming away. Just comes down the track and smashes it over extra cover. That's one way to deal with it. And positive intent.
Punched off the back foot, falls through the offside. Imam Ul-Haq gaining in confidence. Good work from Chamu Chibaba.
Yeah, looks good. Good effort, saves the run.
10 gone, 36 for no loss. That's not a good delivery. He hasn't quite got his radar right. He's bowled a few in that area, hasn't been put away. This time, punished.
Yeah, just the pressure being released now as Pakistan get a few boundaries away. That one too short. It's not very sharp, and once you drop it so short on a slowish pitch, it's easier for the batsman. Even Imam, who struggled a bit, can put that away with confidence.
So that's the story then so far at Queen Sports Club. 48 for no loss in 13 overs. And Zimbabwe need a wicket.
Still no sign of spin. It's all been seam up, and Kripana with that last delivery almost got a chop on, but The length was the key. Just gone a little fuller. Walker likes to play squares. He's always looking for that cut shot, always looking to open the face. And you mentioned when you were in Sharjah, that series which we covered in Sharjah was Afghanistan and Zimbabwe, and if I remember correctly, Tripano did really well. He really performed with the ball, and he's a powerful hitter with the bat as well.
He's been getting some good runs for Zimbabwe over the last couple of years in that middle to low order. You know that he's always going to give you something there, and he does well with the ball. So baffled by his lack of selection of late. And he's worked hard. He's had a really good domestic season, playing the same franchise as well, the Mountaineers from Mutare. He's done well in first-class competition with bat and ball. He's done well in the one-day competition with bat and ball. So good to see him back in Zimbabwean colours. And we hope that he can carry on from here. These two have done well. 50, their partnership from 82 balls. Imam contributing the majority. 26 from 50. Fakhr Zaman, 22 from 32.
He likes the cut shot, and he's played a lovely cut shot. Parred it past point. Pakistan 59 without a wicket. They're trying to be a bit breezy now, but Pakistan have generally struggled with the batting options. Only if they could find one more solid batsman, maybe an opener like Fakhr Zaman, I think this team, with the kind of bowling resources that they have, would be difficult to beat.
Be scary. Tell you what, you got yeah, if they could find another opening partner, and then the middle orders got the likes of Shoaib Malik, Babar Azam, Asif Ali to come and whack it at the end. I mean, it's just got everything, hasn't it?
No.
Imam Haq has got the opportunity here, and he'll be the one playing for his place in the side. He'll know that. That's why he's been able to take his time. He's not going to give his wicket away easily. He wants to cement his place. Not so Fakhr Zaman. He knows he's in the side, so he can play with the freedom. I think today that he just hasn't had consistent strike. He's had periods where he's had the ball, got a single, then 2 or 3 deliveries. He hasn't really had consistent go of the strike, and that's why he hasn't been able to get to his fluent best. But he's shown glimpses of it, particularly in that last over. That cut shot off Chibaba was Fakhr Zaman at his very best.
That's tickled fine for 4. Yeah, you feel hurt when you're hit for a 4 of the last ball of the over. It's 67 without a wicket. Pakistan's options with Asif Ali, Fahim and Shadab improve because they're good striker at the ball, and so you need the later half stepping up to the plate.
Right, so a big moment for Liam Roach, captain of the under-19 side, getting his full debut here for the national side. Right arm off-spin bowler, handy with the bat as well, but this is why he's been picked in the side, to come in and bowl in the middle overs. And he's going to have his work cut out here, bowling to 2 set batsmen. I suppose one of the plus points is they're both left-handers, so you've got the opportunity to take the ball away from the outside edge. This was a little bit earlier. Former off-spinner Prosper Utsaya handing over the cap to the debutant Liam Roach.
Yeah, big moment for the 18-year-old, and hopefully many more years of international cricket for the Offie.
He bowled 30 overs at the World Cup in 6 matches, took 3 wickets. Economy rate 3.46.
That's into the gap. That's well played and well placed. You'll always find timing. Fakhr Zaman, such a sweet timer of the ball.
Particularly in that area, behind point on the offside. Wasn't the quicker ball from Liam Roach. He applied all the pace on the ball with the flash of the blade, a high backlift, and he waited for it, played it so late, and was able to thread it through the gap. And once it got between the fielders, the field, or the outfielders, quickened up here at Queen Sports Club, raced away for 4.
There's that drive out of the crease and playing it ever so sweetly for a run. Pakistan progressing well. All 10 wickets in hand, 74 without a wicket. And it's a very subcontinent way of playing the ball. Just breaking the wrist once again. Beautifully timed shot from Fakhar Zaman. Misfield allows him 3.
Oh, you're spot on, Ramiz, and I think that's what Fakhar Zaman does well. He holds his form a lot longer, whereas Imam, yes, on the leg side, tends to play across that front pad and try and get it too fine. On the offside as well, he got into trouble early on, ball going past the outside edge because he was trying to play too square. He'd be better served just working on trying to get that face, just presenting to the bowler a little bit longer.
That's the second time he's done that in his little stint here. Last ball pitched on the pads, and this time it was only a 2. Last time it was a boundary. 91 without a wicket. Zimbabweans wicketless so far. Pakistan 91 without a wicket.
Ball Liam. Ball Roach, eh?
He started round the wicket straight away, Liam Roach. I've always been one to think that maybe start over the wicket, because round the wicket's your variation. Just doesn't give himself many options when you start round the wicket. Oh, lovely stroke. Really is. Use of the feet. Down the wicket in a flash, got to the pitch of the ball. And lovely timing to beat the man at mid-off.
Yeah, he's looked so much in control. Right from the Tri-Nation series where he belted the ball hard, and even though he was improvising, he was in control of what he was doing. 50 for Fakhar Zaman. Maintaining his consistency, maintaining his presence at the crease. And he's been a real gem and a real find for Pakistan.
His great tour to Zimbabwe continues. He's in such good form as Fakhar Zaman. What an innings he played in the final of the T20 series against Australia. And he's carrying on in the same vein here in Bulawayo.
Right, Pakistan 97 without a wicket after 21 overs.
Terrific start this for Pakistan. They were watchful early on. They've started to blossom. Good running, and that's the 100 partnership. The 100 up for Pakistan with power to add.
Good weight. Done. Good weight, yeah.
First 100 partnership for Pakistan in this form of the game since the final of the Champions Trophy at the Oval. So that's 13 months ago.
Good weight, yeah.
These two doing quite well as an opening partnership.
1
And now it's 103 without loss after 22.
Very good weight.
Dot balls in the innings so far, Bazard. That's 78 now in total. That's 13 overs worth of dot balls. That's delicate. And that's 4. Beautiful use of his wrists there. Fakhar Zaman just opening the face of the bat and running that away. That was a delightful shot.
Associate a lot of power with Fakhar Zaman, a lot of thrashes through the offside, but he possesses this as well. Letting the ball come on at the last moment, opening the face and gliding it past short third man. He does possess that fine touch as well.
The single to Fakhar Zaman. He's now got more runs for Pakistan after 14 one-day internationals than any other Pakistan player in history. He's gone past a chap called Majid Khan. Played a bit. You might know him. 49 to Imam ul Haq, and he moves on to his half-century. Struggled to rotate the strike early on, but he's picking up the tempo now. 4 fours to his credit. Well played. 112 without loss.
Well, right, eh?
Half century to Imam-ul Haq. Strike rate of about 67 runs per 100 balls. What sort of innings has this been, Buzzard? Out! First wicket for Liam Roach on debut, and he's got rid of the big fish. Fakar out. Using his feet, trying to go down the ground, and a good reflex catch by the bowler.
Yeah, just drilled it straight back at the bowler. Either side would have gone for a boundary, but a debut wicket. Long off spinner, tall off spinner gets his wicket. Fakar out for 60, it's 113 for 1.
We've done it! Big wicket!
Babar Azam, the new batsman, back in the side. His first competitive action since breaking his forearm against England at Lord's in the Test match there in May. It's a very, very impressive one-day international career thus far.
Roach just shortened the length a bit and Hooker sort of thrashed it back, drilled it straight back. And debut wicket, boy, did Zimbabwe need that, and Fakar was looking set out for 60, but it brings to the crease Babar Azam, world number 2, ranked number 2, ICC ODI rankings, and he's been phenomenal for Pakistan in ODI cricket.
Straight away he's off the mark. We've got a right and left-handed combination in now. 3 centuries in consecutive one-day international innings. He got those against the West Indies in September and October of 2016. One of only 8 players in history to actually do that.
Brian, you mentioned the dots that Imam-ul Haq consumed at the top of the innings. It's a difficult wicket to start off with. Early morning start, a little bit of seam movement. They had to ride through that and build the platform. But right now is an interesting phase. Because Babar Azam is not the type of player who'll come in and from the word go hit those boundaries. He's work into his innings. How will Imam-ul Haq play with him? Does he just carry on in the same momentum or the same strike rate? Will he up the ante?
Down. Ball right, eh?
That is what we have to see how he develops. It's 115 for 1.
Dragged down. I don't think Imam got that off the middle of the bat, but it's still gone 1 bounce for 4. Short again. And you get nothing for that on this surface. Friendly delivery from Roach. And gets punished.
Yeah, he's dropped short again, and Babar Azam doesn't need a second invitation. Smashes it through the offside, made enough room as well. Very adept at playing spin and very adept at putting those bad deliveries away.
Short again. Almost like a carbon copy. 2 boundaries in succession for Babar Azam. His first boundaries of the innings, and he's up and running now, no mistake.
You keep bowling there and you'll keep getting swatted through the offside. Again, Babar Azam off the back foot, enough time to just maneuver himself into a position where he can miss the infield and get a boundary. Back-to-back boundaries.
No protection against the right-hander out there. He's got 4 fielders on the rope, has Liam Roach. 3 of them on the onside at long on deep mid-wicket and deep backward square leg. The only fielder on the offside he had on the boundary was at long off. Field changes over now for the left-hander. Lovely shot, great use of the feet, and real pressure on Roach now.
Pakistan stepping on the gas, and this time it's M01 Haq. Comes down the track, lofts it straight. No fielder there. Third boundary of the over.
Most expensive over of the innings so far. 13 off it thus far. And power to add. So 2 boundaries to Babar Azam earlier in the over. Now 2 boundaries to M01 Haq. The bugle's been sounded. Charge. Again, too short though.
Pressure showing. Roach overcompensating, going too short, and Imam bounces on it again. Wide open spaces on the leg side. Pull shot.
There should be a couple more. 19 off the over, brings up the 150. Pakistan flying now, 150 for 1.
19 off the last over, most expensive in the innings so far. Pakistan batsman taking a liking to the young debutant Liam Roach in that last over.
Oh, what a shot that is. He is so correct as a batsman, Babar Azam. A nice high elbow, punched down the ground. It was too full, too straight from Blessing Zarabani. And he's eased it away through long on for a boundary.
His sweepers are square on the offside and on the onside, deep square legs. So cannot afford to be pitching the ball up straight like that, because all the batsman has to do is present the full face like that, and he's got a boundary past the bowler.
Clipped away through the leg side. And thinking of 2, they're coming back, gonna have to hurry. Got there quite comfortably in the end. A brace to end the 31st, 162 for 1.
Outside edge, and diving to his left, puts it down.
There's the opportunity, there's the chance. It's a tough one, it really is. He did well to really get to it, Ryan Murray, but a chance nonetheless. Going across, M01 Haq, a healthy edge, and just died on him at the end, not able to get the mitts underneath it.
Here's the answer to your question, Alistair. The ball later, keep hitting the good areas, trying to create chances. Unfortunately, difficult for Ryan Murray. Turned away, that'll just be the single. Donald Tirupano very quick, good arm too.
Down. 1, righty.
But any time in Bulawayo, particularly on a surface like this, now the sun's out as well, it's going to become very, very difficult for the bowler to contain.
Good way, shot.
Comes onto the bat nicely, little or no deviation insofar as seam or spin is concerned. So you've just got to be on the mark as the bowler. Your variations have to be spot on and allow your fielders in the circle to get close in and feel like tigers.
Down, wait.
Not allow them any easy rotations.
Good way.
Yeah, it's really just enjoying the conditions out here at Queen Sports Club for the Pakistan batsman. Short and gone. Well, disappointment for Babar Azam. Short delivery from Wellington Masakadza, and that's gone straight to the man at mid-wicket.
They'll take him any which way they come. Soft dismissal, you'd have to say. It was short from Wellington Masakadza. He swiveled back and didn't get it out the middle of the bat and found the fielder right into his midriff. The hands are aloft. Yeah, they'll take it. They needed that wicket, did the Zimbabweans. Bring them back in the game. The dangerous Babar Azam gone for 30. 172 for 2 now, Pakistan. They've got a much-needed wicket in his 7th over. Wellington Masakadza has picked up the all-important wicket of Babar Azam. But replacing him is another great marksman in the form of Shoaib Malik. Been in the game for a long, long time, 19 years to be precise, 36 years of age. And the average a good one, 900s. Strike rate of just over 80, best of 143.
Straight away, looking for single into the covers. This is how Babar Azam left. Short, possibly not as short as you would have wanted it to be. And all he managed to do was hit it straight to Chamuchi Baba at mid-wicket. Good catch. And joy eventually for Wellington Masakadza. Talk about he'll know exactly how to go about this situation. Alistair played a wonderful hand in that final against Australia a week ago in Harare. And even though they were needing 10s and 11s and over, he came there and started off slowly, capitalized later, supported Fakhar Zaman well.
They've got to keep the momentum going. 34 bowled now, 174 for 2. Donald Tirapano into the attack and greeted straight away with a boundary. Mid-off up in the circle. And he's not going to hang about, Imam ul Haq. He's on the front foot and pastes it down the ground.
It's a good shot. Yes, he's advanced down the wicket. But even if he hadn't, Alistair, in my opinion, if you've got mid-off up, you've got mid-on up, that's not the length that you want to be bowling. It's too easy for a guy who's batted 30-odd overs, 34 to be precise, not to be able to put that away over the top. He's got to make sure he gets that length right, get him to hit the ball to a sweeper, square on either side of the wicket.
Little duck sweep from Imam. Tirapanu with the fielding. Batsman back for 3. Home teams are preparing surfaces that suit them to too great an extent. And so the idea of scrapping the toss was to try and remove that incentive to do it. But ultimately, if the punishments for poor surfaces are significant, then that shouldn't be an issue.
But actually defining a poor surface is quite tricky. If it spins from ball 1, is it a poor surface? If it's seaming around from ball 1 and seams around quite a bit, is it a poor surface? So everything is up for debate there.
For short from Tirapanu, and that's 100 for Imam. His second 100 in one-day international cricket. And what a terrific way to bring it up. $198 for 2 at the end of 37 overs, and Imam ul Haq 100 not out. Quiet start from Imam and Fakhar, but then they really put their foot on the accelerator. Imam's first 50, his strike rate was 66. He's 100 now. His strike rate has moved along to 91 runs per 100 balls. Oh, Shoaib Malik's decided it's time to go. Goodness me, that made a lovely sound off the bat. It's the first 6 of the day. Crash.
Yeah, here we go. Charge is on, and Shoaib Malik, fantastic down the ground. Loves hitting the spinners straight back over the head, and doesn't do it with any sort of fuss. Brings up the 200 with that massive, massive 6.
Good aggressive running, but just the single in the end. End of the over, 12 to go, 207 for 2. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Big use of the bottom hand, clubbing it over long on. And that's his 10th for Imam.
Yeah, now he's got his 100, he's worked for it, and now he can play these expansive shots. It'll be, I reckon, will be a boundary fest from now on end for Pakistan, and we've just seen that. Not afraid to move down the track, use his crease against these medium paces.
No.
Just the one. Imam ul Haq will keep the strike. 11 overs to go, 217 for 2. There's Imam ul Haq's wagon wheel. Just 13 runs of his 107 have come down the ground. Suggests perhaps that the bowling's been just a fraction too short of him. That'll be a wide. He was giving himself just a little bit of room anyway, Imam, and Wellington Mazakadze saw him going. Fired it in, but too wide in the end. First wide of the day, that one. Ball is 2. Should be 2 comfortably. Brian Chari at long off.
That's the one area which isn't being protected by a sweeper.
Well, with fine leg up in the circle, that's criminal from Tirapanu bowling that line, and he knows it.
Yeah, and fine leg was the other option. And he's just easily flicked it past fine leg for a boundary. It's a poor delivery, but good execution. And the good thing about it that there was a lot of movement around the crease from Imam. He kept his head. He's just easily worked it away. So you don't have to thrash the ball to get a boundary. Just work out your angles.
Only the 5th time in one-day international cricket that Zimbabwe have conceded 50-plus partnerships for the top 3 wickets against an opposition. South Africa have done it twice against them in 2001 and 2010. India did it once in 2002 and Australia in 2004. So mark of the consistency by this Pakistan top order is that they've joined that particular club. Out. Malik trying to get a bit too funky, giving himself a little bit of room. And that's a first victim behind the stumps for Ryan Murray in one-day international cricket.
Clever bowling. Malik giving himself room. Tripano went wider. Just an outside edge, a slash from Malik. He wanted that boundary, but Trippiano gets his man. Malik, he's gone for 22, 235 for 3.
Well, we were speculating on it, an over or 2 back, and this has indeed come to pass. Asif Ali has been bumped up the order on debut. And he's been pushed in ahead of the captain, Sarfraz Ahmed. Faces his first ball now, one-day international cricket. And he gets off the mark with 4. Not where perhaps he intended, but he'll take it.
Yeah, pushed it wider, saw Shoaib Malik backing away. Clever bowling, and he got his man. So, just watching the batsman do his stuff and then working out where to go. So, good, intelligent bowling.
Go.
Asif will keep the strike. 8 overs remaining in the Pakistan innings. They are 240 for 3.
It's a very consistent performance from Pakistan. Not the proverbial all guns blazing kind of an act. Imam has got a century, and you can't fault a person who's got 100, but he's not yet hit a 6, so maybe he needs to look at his power hitting. Slash and runs for Imam. 250 comes up for Pakistan. I think he can afford to vary his pace now in the last stint of his bowling plans, because he's tall, so a Yorker would be more than welcome. Needs to develop the off cutter and the leg cutter, do something extra with the ball when it comes to bowling in death part of the innings. Direct hit, and he was gone.
Yeah, he struck that firmly, and a favourable bounce for Hamilton Masakadza, the Zimbabwe captain. Unfortunately, he couldn't oblige with the direct hit that certainly would have seen the end of Imam. You're just talking about him needing to develop some slow balls, and had a chat Narari with him, and he talked about the realization that at the next level he really needs to get those variations going. We saw a few in Narari during the T20s, so something he's been working on.
Slow ball, gone for 6. Asif Ali made it look ridiculously easy. Such a powerful striker he is. And well, that was the attempted slow one from Blessing Muzrabani, and have a look at this great shot down the ground, easily done.
It's only the second 6 in the innings. You were talking about Pakistan need to try and fill up that column. I'll tell you what, if Asif Ali bats for the remainder of these overs or gets pretty close to the end of the innings, I think that column's going to reflect a few more 6s than it is at the moment.
It's been more or less a very consistent pattern of scoring chart from Pakistan. It's a good delivery, fuller length. Imam is running back for 2. Is he shot at the crease? He was, but the throw was off target. Wellington there with a flat return, but he was off the mark.
This is good running by Pakistan. You talked about how well they've run throughout the innings. This was hit quite firmly to Wellington Masakadza on the cow corner boundary, but from the moment he hit it, he was looking to get back for 2, Imam. It's a good example of good running. 130 balls in. He spent a lot of time out there.
Oh, that's gone up in the air, and that's a 6. Another mighty blow. He's a natural when it comes to hitting 6s. What a fluent backlift and middling the ball ever so sweetly. Have a look at this 6.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Length delivery from Tendai Chatara. You can't afford to bowl that to Asif Ali at any stage in his innings. But with just 5.5 overs to go, that's meat and drink to a player of this quality. And that's gone a long way past the boundary there. Good hit.
Well, the invite was there once again, but he didn't time this one as well as the other one. You'd want to have your long ons and long offs in position. There's mid-off up in the ring, so that's flirting with risk, Zimbabwe. A bit of improvisation, which didn't really work for Imam. And it's 268 for 3. If an opener gets 100, it's a given that you get a 300 total in 50 overs cricket these days. Imam on 128. Blessing Muzrabani bowling his 9th over. Big shot. Will it be taken? Yes, it is taken. A miscue from the Centurion. He's looking at the toe end of his bat, and Muzrabani has picked up a wicket. Losing his shape a bit when he was looking to strike it down the ground for 6. But he should be pretty satisfied with his workload. It is a century, nevertheless. Just clearing the front leg and wanting to hit a 6. It's easily taken. Mosakanda, the man who caught the ball. And And it's the 100 maker who's been dismissed. Imam ul Haq, a well-played innings of 128 from 134 balls. Pakistan 268 for 4. 268 for 4. Newcomer is Fahim Ashraf. Oh, he likes that length. He likes that shot. Asif Ali, a rare miss for him.
Well, this was the demise of ul Haq. It's been a good innings. Well judged catch by Tarim Sakanda down on the long on boundary. And finally a wicket for Mzarabani, who really has bowled particularly well today.
It's a pull shot, fine leg up in the ring, and that may just make it to the fence now. That's well blocked, well fielded. Yeah, not absolutely delighted with that pull shot because there are 4 runs to be had. Fine leg up in the ring. It got the top edge and didn't make it to the fence.
Wellington Masakadza, one of the racing snakes in the Zimbabwean lineup. And the other one, Tarim Sakanda, who took that catch of Imam ul Haq.
Cut shot, that's played beautifully. Oozing class is Asif Ali. He's tailor-made for this kind of stuff.
Well, I was asking if he can play the ball up and over the offside. I think I've been answered. It's a beautiful shot. I think Mzarabani's pulled his length back, Ramiz, because he's seen that if he pitches it up and misses his length, Asif Ali is really good back over the bowler's head. However, he's just got to make sure he's got his fielders in the right place. He had the 45 up after bowling a short ball. Nearly cost himself for, this is Asif Ali in the T20 series, 117 runs. And in just 5 matches, a strike rate of 167. And his strike rate today, 214. Zimbabwe want to get this man out.
It's another cracking shot. He'll find the fence, finds the gap. Shorter length, not working for Blessing Muzrabani. Fuller length, not working for Blessing Muzrabani. 34 in no time. Asif Ali of just 15 balls. Have a look at this. Another cracking shot. Front foot square cut. He plays the field. He knows exactly how to angle the ball and find the fence.
It's a really good shot because he had the 3rd man back and he's got the man at sweeper who went squarer after that last cut shot. But to be able to still dissect those 2 men on the boundary and the backward point, class.
It's a flat hit. Importantly for Pakistan, he'll keep the strike. Big over for Pakistan. 11 from it. It's 279 for 4. Tripano has conceded 50. 1 for 50. That's up in the air and falls short of the diving fielder. Asif Ali picks up 2.
Slow ball bouncer from Donald Tiripano. It's a delivery he's perfected and he bowls it well. And, you could see Asif Ali not quite able to get in control of that shot. Despairing effort from Peter Moore, well backed up by Brian Chari.
Doesn't feel as if he's playing his first one-day international. On the patch, should be a wide, not given a wide. It may have brushed something on its way to the keeper.
Yeah, it looked like it was close to that front pad, Ramiz, but I'm not convinced that the ball made any contact with it. And I think his reaction, Asif Ali, as well, proves that.
Up in the air, and he finds the fence. Once again, brilliant piece of placement from Asif Ali. He had to beat 2 men on the rope, which he did so cleverly. He's a strike force.
Looked to me like Peter Moore was just a little too far in the boundary there. At this stage, with somebody who you know hits the ball so well, especially over the onside, stay on the boundary. Rather give him 2 than give him 4, like in that situation, or in another case it could be 6. But 285 on the board already. And a man who's going like a train, 41 from 19.
It's a high full toss, is it over the waistline? He's looking at the leg umpire, umpire Gould. He lets it go. 287 for 4. He can club the ball hard, Fahim Ashraf. Very strong over towards mid-wicket and square leg range. But he hasn't got a lot to worry because his partner is going at some pace, 43 from just 22 balls. Asif Ali on debut. Up in the air, first ball is being held at mid-wicket. It's a very good catch. Yeah, it was well timed, but went straight to the fielder who held his nerve and took a good one. Brian Cherry is the fielder, and Fahim Ashraf is the man who's been dismissed for not. 287 for 5. Captain is in. Strike rate of 86. There's a 105. An extremely selfless cricketer, Sarfraz. 44 with a strike rate of 191. That's sliced up in the air. It's going to fall safely once again. It does. In no man's land.
Well, he's not holding back. And the milestone that is just ahead of him is not deterring him from playing his natural game. He's looking to heave that over the bowler's head. And, just a hint of movement away. I think a little bit of extra bounce that induced that thick outside edge. Landing in no man's land. Another 2. 46 from 24 now.
That's a wide one. Real wide delivery. Staying away from his range, I think it's a good idea, but as long as you don't bowl it that wide.
Didn't know Asif Ali could leave a cricket ball. I think that's the first time I've seen that in the whole tournament, going back to Harare in the T20 Tri-Series.
It was out of bounds. Couldn't reach it, Tino. That's gone, and will this be taken? That spoils the fun. He was on cusp of something very special, and well, he plays like this. You couldn't call it as throwing away a wicket because that's in his DNA. Hit the ball hard and find the fence. Not to be on this occasion, but what a knock-on debut nevertheless. 46 off just 25 balls. And for once, not being able to time the ball. His partner at the other end was asking him to get to his 50. Sarfraz was keen for him to get a 50, but not to be. Asif Ali has been dismissed. 46 of 25 on debut. Take a bow. Has that carried? I think it's just been taken on the first bounce. I don't think it has carried. Slow ball edged. Just didn't reach the keeper. It's 292 for 6. Hassan Ali is at the non-striker's end. His call for 2 Sarfraz. He's so good at judging that extra run. Direct hit would have had him short of the crease, but he shouted immediately after striking that one into the gap for 2.
This is the wicket of Asif Ali. Good catch by Tiripan on the boundary. But as you say, that's the way he plays, and you can't fault him. It's been a good innings.
Well, his captain was pleading with him to look for a 50, and he was nodding in yes, 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 skipper. But in the end, it fell on deaf ears, all his pleadings.
Thank you.
300 these days is a par score, so Pakistan is 5 away from it. Has gone up in the air, another chance. There's a fielder lining up for this. Skyer, it's been taken. Asalani has been dismissed.
Well, Hassan Ali, we know he can hit a long ball. Wasn't able to do that this time. Slow ball from Donald Tirupano. Hits the higher part of the bat. And another good catch taken in the outfield by young Tarim Sakanda. And Hassan Ali has to go for naught. 295 for 7.
Shadab Khan is at the non-striker end. His captain has flicked this one into the fence. Wrong line on the pads. Must be so frustrating for the bowler. I think he's looking for that Yorker length. Misfired it down the leg side.
He's just trying to squeeze in the Yorker there, isn't he? And nicely tucked away. Deft touch from Safraz. We know how good he is when it comes to that. He uses the angles of the field well, manipulates the field, drops the ball into the onside. And, you know, you'll get value out of him almost every time he's at the crease.
Pakistan posts there. 300 for the loss of 7. Sanelli can slog a bit. Intention was to clear the fence, and obviously didn't catch it in the middle of the bat. It was well caught. And some respite for the Zimbabweans in the last couple of overs or so. Wicket of Asif Ali, wicket of Hassan Ali. Shadab is off the mark, and after 49, 301 for 7. That's a good scoring card for Pakistan. Century by an opener, Imam, 128, and 60 from Fakhaz. He didn't waste any time. 60 from just 70. Babar looked pretty decent. 30 from 34. Asif Ali was the pick of the batsmen. 46 of 25. Blessing Musrabani to finish off the innings for Zimbabwe. 650 being the fastest of the lot. Just 33 balls to get to 50.
You were talking, Ramiz, about how important it is for an opener, especially in one-day cricket, to get to that century mark and try and go as forward as they can. Formula that I remember Dave Houghton telling me many years ago when he coached me at under 16 was century partnership and 250 partnerships in a one-day game will more often than not set you up for a really good total, and they did that today, Pakistan. One stage they looked like they were good to get 330 odd.
A misfield allows Sarfraz a look in for the second, and he's up for it. Yeah, you want a set batsman out there to finish off the innings for you, and so this is where Zimbabweans have been pretty decent, picking up wickets, and that Asif Ali wicket was a real high for them, because otherwise Pakistan could have been eyeing a 330, as you rightly put it. Blessing Musrabani needs to get a bit fitter. I'm sure this is his first year in circuit, so come the second or the third year, he'll fill up and his pace will increase as a result. Problem is that Zimbabweans do not play a lot of test cricket, and so you're at the receiving end in one-day and T20 cricket, and so your confidence gets a beating as well, so you don't know whether to go at full throttle or to vary the pace and what lines and lengths to bowl if you're a youngster like Musrabani. So it's not an easy way into the game.
Another single. You spot on, Ramiz, and not just the test cricket side of it, but just playing continuous cricket. It's something that Zimbabwe has lacked over many years. If you look at Pakistan, and they've just been in England and playing against Ireland before they came here. Australia were in England as well, had a full series. So, you know, cricket back-to-back is good for you. It gets you fit. And as you say, for a young man who's not played too much cricket at this level, it makes him understand his body and understand just how fit he needs to be able to pull through.
That's a good delivery. And it takes a lot out of you, that Yorker length, because you've got to be extremely fit and on form really to be bowling that line and length. And from 6'8" to drop the ball there, it's quite a steep change for a batsman. So if he can continue to do that and develop his Yorker length, I think he could give around 10-15 runs less almost every time in his spell. Another good delivery, another Yorker. Sarfraz will pick up 2 runs of the last ball of the innings, and Pakistan will be reasonably pleased with the end result. They've got over 300 runs. It could have been a lot better. These days, teams are looking for a 350 plus target in 50 overs cricket. But after losing the toss, they were just a little bit circumspect against the new ball. But once nerves got settled, once they see off the first half an hour, 40 minutes of the innings, flow developed, and Pakistan, as a result, they've got 308 for the loss of 7.
Yeah, they weathered the storm, showed some experience, and made sure they kept wickets in hand. And that's why throughout the innings, the middle part of the innings, they were able to run the ball around and then finish it off well. Zimbabwean bowlers, Chatara and Muzarabani, good. Only got wickets later on though in their spells. 2 for Chatara, 2 for Tiripano as well, and a wicket apiece for the debutant Roach, Wellington Masakadza and Blessing Muzarabani.
So Zimbabwe need 309 runs of 50 overs at just a touch over 6 RPO.
Zimbabweans are jubilant.
Look at the backdrop. It is a stunning day. Started off as being a little murky and drizzly, and now it has cleared up. Right, Chamu Chababa is out there as an opener. 31 years of age, over 100 matches experience for him. Brian Chari is on strike, I think. Mohammad Amir has the new ball, and he's got 2 slips in place as well. Pakistan looking for early strikes. Average of less than 30. Just waiting for the clock to tick over. Just about 10 seconds to go before the start of the play. Brian Chari, 26 years old, and 9 matches for him. Pakistan were a little shoddy in the Tri-Nation series in the field, so I'm sure the think tank and Sarfraz in particular will be looking at the effort in the field, how good they are. This is a reasonably better outfield. Harare was at times a bit bumpy.
The weather's cleared up, so it's not as cloudy as when Pakistan batted, or wicket probably is dried out a little, but it'll be interesting to see how much the new ball bowlers, Amir and probably be Shanwari, how much they get the ball to swing.
Yeah, lovely. Few wispy clouds, but nothing more than that. Zimbabwe can keep their calm and hold their nerve, who knows? Wickets in hand, this could be an interesting run chase for them.
It'll also be a test for the Pakistani bowlers if the pitch sort of supports the batsman.
Shape away from the right-hander. I think a couple of earlier ones had come back. Yeah, very iffy defensive shot.
It's always the difficulty that the left armour provides to the right-hand batsman. Even the one that sort of goes straight on is difficult because you're always thinking that with the new ball armour will get the ball to tuck back in.
Oh, that's the first misfield. Let's keep a count on such instances. It was a whack, and so intention is very clear from Shibaba at least. It was Cherry, beg your pardon.
Straight away you can see the length that arm is bowling, trying to bowl pretty full, get the ball enough chance to swing, and if there's a little bit of swing he'll exploit that.
You see, his length is so good that he doesn't have to really move the ball a lot. If he carry on bowling on that line and angle, he shouldn't be thinking about anything else. It's a fairly good disciplined angle, even if the ball is not swinging. Hits a shoe when he's trying to execute that drive. It's 3 without a wicket. Usman Khan Shinwari, 24 years old, and a dedicated, dutiful horse for Pakistan. Gone, caught. A miscued pull shot goes straight to the fielder. I think Fakhar Zaman has picked up a catch. And a soft dismissal. Zimbabwe lose their first wicket.
First delivery for Usman Khan Shinwari, and he gets the wicket. Short of length, never really got onto that pull shot. Bottom of the bat, and he looked down on it, but maybe beaten for pace or lack of from Shinwari. He's out for 2. Chari is 3 for 1.
Skipper's in. Hamilton Masakadza needs to crack it big for his side. He's got experience. He's got over 5,000 ODI runs, 700s included. Shinwari wouldn't mind this start. First ball and a wicket. Let's go a huge brunt, Usman Shinwari.
Short of a length, and he never really got onto it. Bottom of the bat. It's quite a skiddy bowler, is Usman Khan Shinwari. And with the new ball, he'll provide you with an extra bit of zip off the pitch.
Yeah, didn't pitch in the middle zone. I think it pitched outside the leg stump. They're spoiled for choice, Pakistan, when it comes to picking up left arm angle. They've got 3 in the lot. Yeah, way outside the leg stump. There's Amir and Usman, and Junaid Khan is waiting in the wings. He's made this trip, part of the squad. I'm sure he'll get his goal in this series. Junaid. Mohammad Hafiz is having a bit of, what, tutti frutti? Gone for the appeal in Gould, is not moved. There's a little bit of sound and probably brushing the thigh pad, not too sure, but it wasn't off the bat clearly.
Yeah, it just looked as if bat wasn't near it. Maybe the gloves were near it. Yeah, only thing there is not close to that thigh pad. It's probably glove.
And he took his glove off the handle as well, thereby suggesting that he was fearing for his life, that he had gloved it. And the arc, and that's driven quite nicely. He gets off the mark. Sakadza is coming back for the third. Beats the throw of Shoaib Malik. And it's 6 for 1. There's a slash. And Hassan Ali gives up the chase. He was in a few meters. I don't know why.
Hamilton is a strong player, and when he gets his arms through the ball, nowhere near the middle, but it still races off. He's got power and beats third man. Gets the first boundary.
Seized immediately on bit of width from Mohammad Amir. Slashed it. Good shot. They feel that it's a close thing, but maybe a little on the higher end. Umpire says not out. Yeah. Red being hit high on the pad, and it's 10 for 1. Another catch taken, another soft dismissal. It's the captain who's gone this time. Well, he was caught down the leg side. It wasn't upheld by the umpire, and Usman Khan Shinwari is in wicket-taking form. He's picked up 2 in no time.
Same bowler, same fielder. Fakhar Zaman, square leg. Shinwari gets another one. Difficult trying to turn him to leg with that angle, but Masakadza had a difficult time of it. He's out for 7, 11 for 2.
Teresai Musekanda is in. Couple of soft dismissals. Only 3 men on the leg side, and well, twice now Zimbabweans have found that fielder at mid-wicket. Out of the 3, they were able to pick 1. How weird is that? Now, this guy's good. He'll work the singles, he'll rotate the strike, he looks energetic, he's got decent technique, very good temperament. 12 for 2. Well, Zimbabwe needed a good start to chase down a 300-plus target, and so it hasn't really happened for them so far. 2 down in the first 4 overs. That's more like it. Solid blow over mid-on. First boundary for Zimbabwe. In fact, second.
Confident start, just lofting it over mid-on. With the angle, ball coming back into him. He just stood still and thrashed it over mid-on for a boundary.
Oh, there's a slip in as well. Mohammad Amir was convinced umpire is not moving at all. Langton says not out, and it's still 2 down for 18. Like to see Mohammad Hafiz been given a role now that he can bowl. Maybe have him batting low down the order. Oh, that's a crushing drive through the offside. What a good shot that is. Mohammad Amir over pitching and driven beautifully.
The cover drive played perfectly, balanced through the line of the ball and just holding his pose in the end. Just too full from Amir, but punished through the offside.
That's 4. Straying onto the pads, and Musakanda once again looking in good order.
Looking very assured at the crease. 2 leg side, there's from Shenwari. And all he had to do was get something on it. Fine leg up in the circle. And he managed to flick it away past the man at fine leg and away to the boundary for 4. Just like that. Too full, trying to go for the stumps. He's lured him into making the error, and it's going to go to the boundary for 4 as well. Not a great piece of fielding, you'd have to say. Should have done better than that. But Musakanda will take the boundary. Lovely shot.
Hassan Ali it was down on the boundary who made a little bit of a mess of things, but you know Steve Smith always says he doesn't mind the bowlers targeting the stumps. He says if you get me at LBW I'll say well bowled, because most of the time he said I love playing through that area, it's my strength, and so by all means bowl there.
Can just be a little bit impetuous. Teresai Musakanda loves being out there, loves playing shots. Just needs to learn which ones to go at and which ones to leave alone. Good quick bouncer, was nowhere near in control. And it'd be better served just leaving that one alone, or trying to just tuck it into the leg side for 1. Can't fault the spirit, can't fault what he's trying to achieve out there and get the run rate moving, try and reverse the pressure. Just needs to be a little bit more circumspect and pick his balls, and he'll learn that as he goes along.
His problem has been in the tri-series, as a fair case in point, he was getting in but not going on with things. Scores in the tri-series 43, 10, 33, 12, starts on each occasion, but then just getting ahead of himself a little bit. He has to realise that there's another 40 overs left to bat. By all means, take the attack to the opposition, but just be a little bit circumspect as well, and realise that not every ball can be hit for 4.
Yeah, you're right. In the tri-series, somewhat he can be somewhat forgiven because of T20 cricket. When he came in, he needed to get on with it. Zimbabwe were behind the rate, so he needed to play a few shots. But you make a good point. This is different format now, and he's got time to build an innings. And he doesn't have to go at everything so hard. And once he got over himself in the last over, just ran it down to third man, ran a single, and all was good. And that's exactly how he needs to think. He's hit the boundary in the over. And what do you tell all kids that want to play the game? Hit a boundary. What's the next thing you do? Take a single, get down the other end. And it's just simple cricket, really. Crowd building up, getting more vociferous as the afternoon wears on. And hopefully, from their perspective, this partnership wears on, because they desperately need a big one, do Zimbabwe, and you'll have to, or you'd think that it'll have to come from the top order. And this one here, for me, is the crucial one.
Oh yes, pitch it up, downtown it goes. Musakanda with a lovely shot over mid-on. Didn't the crowd enjoy that? The end of the over, Zimbabwe 44 for 2. Well, the good news, if you're a Zimbabwe fan, is that they're actually 8 runs ahead of where Pakistan were at the same stage, the 10 over stage. But of course Pakistan hadn't lost any wickets at this point and were building their platform. Out. Oh, what a waste of a wicket. Caught at mid-on, and the reaction of the batsman says it all. Just looking to go too big. An ungainly stroke in the end, and Shoaib Malik takes the catch on the edge of the circle at mid-on. You won't want to see this again, will Musakanda. Looks ugly, doesn't it?
No need for it. We've just been talking about the need to push on, to bat deep, and he goes and plays a rash shot, and he's going to pay the ultimate price. Gone for 21, 45 for 3 now, Zimbabwe.
Peter Moore coming to the crease at the fall of the 3rd wicket, playing as a specialist batsman today, relieved of the gloves, with Ryan Murray taking over. He's actually kept wicket in 19 of the 32 one-day internationals he's played. Actually averages 22 as a batsman and 14 as a keeper batsman. Kanda will be looking at the scoreboard and thinking, blimey, there are another 38 overs to go. Why on earth did I play that shot? But he did, and it's brought this man to the crease. Here's another look at that wicket. Kanda will want to see it, I'm sure. That's nice from the bowler, because Fahim generally very bustly chest-on approach tends to angle the ball in at the right-hander, and if he can just make the odd ball hold up, just hit the seam, that's the sort of thing that can happen.
You're talking about those middle overs. There's also Shadab Khan that Pakistan have up their sleeve as well. So just that genuine 5 bowlers makes such a difference. If you can get your team balance right, that you can play 5 genuine bowlers, because then you're not trying to make up overs in the middle there, part-time bowlers. We've seen that so often in one-day cricket, and that's why I think they're going to be so successful, is that when you've got 2 in batsmen and they're set in those middle overs, and you've got the calibre of the Pakistan bowlers to call on. Safraz can call on Hassan Ali or a Shadab Khan, or bring back a Muhammad Amir to get a wicket. There's just genuine wicket takers amongst all of them. There's not an all-rounder there that's in there to just cover batting and bowling. And that, for me, makes them a handful and a serious contender for lifting the crown, lifting the trophy in 2019.
Well, their problem always used to be, of course, that they were trying to find that all-rounder, and when Mohamed Hafiz wasn't able to bowl, they invariably found themselves a bowler light. But now, with players like Fahim coming into the side and filling in some sort of all-rounder role, they're looking good.
Shadab's not a mug as well, and can slot in there, so they've got 2 guys that can hold a bat down at 7 and 8, and that makes a big difference. Always play your specialists. That's what most would say. That's how you win games, and that's exactly the balance that I think Mickey Arthur's looking for. Wants to play his best 11 specialist, and that means 5 bowlers and your 6 batters, and if a couple of your bowlers can bat and contribute significantly down the bottom, or so be it. But the onus is on them to take the wickets and the batsmen to get in there and get the runs. 13 bowled, 53 for 3.
What we're advocating, I think, is just judicious turning over of the strike and picking the balls to go big on. And we're not seeing either of that at the moment.
It just seems to be the byproduct of a few dot balls, and you feel you have to find the boundary. Whereas if you were ticking it over, that wouldn't be the case. Oh, he's got him. Got him. 4 down. There's the trademark celebration from Hassan Ali. And Chamu Chibaba, he struggled out there today, hasn't been at his fluent best at all. And he loses the timber to another snorter from Hassan Ali.
He's a wicket taker, and he's at it again. Little bit of an inside edge, possibly, but the leg peg takes a walk. That'll be a drinks break, and that'll be the end of Chamu Chibaba. Out for 20, Zimbabwe in a whole heap of trouble. 53 for 4.
So 4 down. Zimbabwe 53 on the board. A ball to go in the 14th over. And Hassan Ali claims another wicket in international cricket in his first couple of overs. How often does he do that? Ryan Murray, the debutant. Solid. End of the 14th, 53 for 4.
The change bowling doing well, hitting the pitch hard. Fahim Ashraf also getting ball to tuck back in, but the length, they're bowling that, what do you call, a heavy ball, just short of a length, hitting the bat hard. And once, a couple of balls ago, he just went a little fuller and got driven through the offside. Sarfraz was quick to point out that you've missed your length.
Great catch. Good delivery, and PJ Moore has to go. Zimbabwe lose their 5th for 55 on the board and trouble.
Again, perfect length, just short of a length. In between length, and just this one maybe straightening up a little. Not a lot of foot movement, but it was the perfection of length from Fahim Ashraf that gets him another. Peter Moore out for 2, 55 for 5. And Tiripana will have his work cut out, because Pakistan right now, right on top. Fahim Ashraf, Hassan Ali going at good pace and just getting the ball to seam around a touch.
That looks pretty adjacent, and the umpire thinks not. Yeah, he's saying we would have gone up if we had that option. I think this is cannonly into the leg stump here. Bazit.
Seaming back in, maybe just going down leg.
Actually, having a second look at that. Good call by the umpire. He's had a good day. Shadab continues. So you were asking a couple of hours ago, Bazit, what does Zimbabwe batsmen need to do now? They've got to keep trying to get these singles. When the boundary ball comes, make sure they put that away. Beautifully played. Full toss it was, but you still got to put it away. That's exactly what Ryan Murray did.
There was the boundary ball. Full toss outside off stump, smashed through the offside. Made sure that he hit it past that cover fielder and gets a boundary. Welcome boundary for Zimbabwe.
That boundary, first one after 10 overs. So it just shows you what a struggle it's been for the Zimbabwean batsmen in the last 10 overs. Is that an outside edge? It's been dropped, if it was. The umpire hasn't signaled anything, so bat on there.
The leg spinner bowled at pace. Definite outside edge. Almost parried to first slip, but chance gone begging.
That's a better line here.
Difficult chance, isn't it? Thick edge, no time for the keeper to react. And it's come very quickly off his glove. And good reactions at first slip. Cut away just for the single. 72 for 5 after 21, Zimbabwe.
He gets it squeezed past the slip fielder for 4. A little quicker through the air was Shadab. Taking a little bit of room and under-edging it past the man at slip. And especially when you know that the middle order is going to struggle against the likes of Shadab and company, so why not stick around, stay out there and get a performance out of yourself.
Yeah! Much better line.
This is a team game, agreed, but this is also an individual sport in a way, so you give yourself a bit of time at the crease and make a name for yourself in this series.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mire did.
Very well bowled.
We talked about that this morning, didn't we, in the post show? Somebody, you know, or a couple of people can put their hands up in this series and go, hey, I can score runs at this level or take wickets. I belong at this level. And it was a great opportunity this afternoon for some of the top order from Zimbabwe to really get a score. Well, that's the end of it. He hasn't read that. It's the googly. He's played for covers. He's left a gap, and he's lost his middle stump. Oh, let's see Donald Tiripano on that one. And you have to give credit to the bowler, Shadab Khan. He's given it a bit more air, and he's bowled the googly, and it hasn't been picked.
Google is supposed to ease your way through unraveling stuff, and well, this Google wasn't picked. Deceived by a good one. Tripano goes for 12. Zimbabwe slump further, 79 for 6.
Still? Okay, after 3 hours level, don't worry. After 3 hours, everything is fine.
Once you get in, once you've got 10, 15, 20 runs in limited overs cricket, you've got to kick on. Because the first few runs are very difficult to get. There's pressure on you, you're trying to size up the opposition. Once you've done a fairly good job of it, then you've got to just get cracking, especially on a batting pitch like this.
It's the age-old cliche, isn't it? When you get a start, what's a start? You're right. 15, 20, faced 25 balls, you've got to start, you've got to kick on. And that Zimbabwe batting card we just saw, there's just plenty of 15, 20, 15, 20. Everybody really has got a start, apart from the top two, really, and no one's been able to kick on. Oh, then has he hit that into his boot and Shut Up has dropped a sitter, or has it gone into the ground and then hit the boot?
I think he's trying to reverse flick it to hit the non-strikers and stumps. I don't know what he was trying to do. No, I think he missed a sitter.
It looks like it's come off the boot, doesn't it? Maybe there's a bit of ground. We'll have to see it from closer up. I just think he's been so casual. It must have been spinning quite a lot, and he's dropped it.
कर आउट करने वाली बॉलिंग करनी है, थोड़ा जल्दी कर रहा है, अभी हो गया काम, शाबाश, आउट कर जरा.
The toe and then the ground. He's a bit sheepish and embarrassed.
Right. Yeah.
Just 2 from that over, 83 for 6. Pakistan also looking to speed up the over rates. They were, I think, 3 behind a couple of overs back.
Lovely, ma'am.
Shoaib Malik takes about 2 paces to deliver a ball, and so I think they'll go plus very soon.
It's quite nice when your part-timer or your sixth bowler Shoaib Malik, isn't it? Talked about that embarrassment of riches. Oh, where's the slip? Where's your slip, Shoaib? Surely at 83 for 6. You've got a slip in there, you're applying some pressure. Can't blame the captain for that one. You're the bowler, you're the elder statesman. Get somebody in there.
Especially 2 debutants at the crease. They'd be feeling the pressure. He was expecting the ball to curl back, spin back just a little bit more. It didn't. Yeah, all of them have got beards. Seems to be in thing. You've got as well, Alistair. Suits you. Fine.
88 for 6.
Yeah, Pakistan not really tested with the ball.
Yeah, it's very easy to go through the motions, isn't it? When you're on top as the bowling side, and you just want to get through your overs, don't really paying attention. But that's not going to help the cause. Trying to heave one over the leg side, trying to play a big shot. And he hasn't made the requisite contact as Liam Roach. It was just average delivery, nothing special with it. It was up there, and probably with a bit more conviction, might have made a better fist of it. He's tried to go for it. It's hit right at the bottom of the bat. He knew straight away he hadn't got enough on it. Simple catch, I have to say, for Fahim. And Zimbabwe will lose another. Liam Roach, the debutant, gone for 4. 91 for 7 now.
Yeah, I mean, he probably picked the right length. And the idea was good because Miron was up in the circle. Just the execution bit was lacking. Closing the face of the blade, didn't get the elevation, didn't get any strength behind that shot. Nearing a win, 91 for 7 Zimbabwe. Wellington Masakadza, left arm spinner. Getting back, Alistair, 14 runs in 11 matches, average of 2.8.
I think you have your answer.
Yeah, okay, fine. Shouldn't have asked you that. It's pretty obvious. It's got to be a wrong one.
Nice.
There's a slip in place, and he's very good with that delivery. He can bowl it in few ways. He can go flatter, can flight the ball. Very good at masking it. Couple of good defensive shots from Wellington. It's 91 for 7.
Lara-esque, you'd have to say, from Wellington Masakadza, the last two deliveries, showing that he's no mug. He can hold a bat. But that's a sorry tale from a Zimbabwean perspective. Chari and Hamilton Masakadza missing out, really, but Chibaba getting a start. Masakanda, in particular, getting a start, looking pretty good out there. Murray's not out on 21, but nobody else really hanging around and making a fist of it and putting the Pakistan bowlers under any sort of pressure.
Pakistan biggest wins, 255 against Ireland, Malahide in 2016, and well, Zimbabwe need 217 off 132 balls with 3 wickets in hand, so this could be one of their biggest wins.
Now is 1+ up, 1+. Seriously, ask.
Bowled. Another wicket for Shadab. And Zimbabwe are sinking without a trace here. Wellington Masakadza goes. This is how it happened. Bowled through the gate. Wellington Masakadza out for a duck. 93 for 8. In at number 10, Chatara. Let's have another look at that wicket.
Zimbabwe lose another. Wellington Masakadza. No real foot movement and engagement into that delivery. And easily through the gate. And another wicket for Shadab Khan. He's been good today.
Where does Zimbabwe go from here then, Tino, for the rest of the series?
Well, they've got a couple of days off tomorrow and the next day, so they need to put in as much work as they can. But their batting, the bowling wasn't all too bad. I thought they bowled well, the two opening bowlers, Chatara, Zarabani. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get a wicket. Bowled it a little bit too much, I actually think. And Tendai Chisoro on screen might actually get an opportunity himself. Misfield at backward point, awkward bounce. They've got a couple of days in between this one and the second one, and they've just got to put as much work in as they can. Because after that, it's a day in between each game, and there's not much work to do. Alton Chugumbura played in the T20 series, didn't get much. Don't know if he'll get an opportunity in this series.
Single to end the over. And Zimbabwe 97 for 8.
In terms of the batting, well, they need to get a good start.
Look at that scoreboard.
Openers, Hamilton Masakadza at the top. They really need to come to the party, build the core of the innings, and get the younger guys, the less experienced ones, to contribute going down the order.
This is the problem that Zimbabwe have got as the 100 comes up in the 31st over for the loss of 8 wickets. The 100 or the 400 as it's known here in Bulawayo. You look at the list of appearances that the players have made. Brian Chari, this is his 9th match. And Ryan Murray, his debut. Musa Kanda, match number 12 for him. His inexperience But not only is there inexperience, these players are basically learning on the job in international cricket rather than doing the hard yards in domestic cricket first. And so if that's happening, it's an even more harsh crucible, if you like. Well bowled. Good spin, outside edge beaten, end of the over, 101 for 8. This is how we've arrived at the current situation. Pakistan put into bat today. Imam-ul-Haq's second one-day international 100, anchoring his side's total. Well, Mohammad Amir is doing his best to rough up Chitara. In all fairness to Chitara, he hasn't looked all that inclined to get behind the ball, but he's determined to stick around.
Well, Chitara hails from Matari, which is where I hail from. He's a few years younger than me, but he was actually a top order batsman before he was selected at age group level as an opening bowler.
Out. Commentators curse. Chitara again giving himself a little bit of room. And simple as you like for Sarfraz behind the stumps. Zimbabwe are 9 down.
I'm embarrassed after just saying he was an opening batsman actually after that, Tendai Chitara. But just running that into the keeper's gloves, ever so easy for Sarfraz. Now that's the end of Chitara. He doesn't trouble the scorers too much. 106 for 9. The exit of Tendai Chitara heralds the entry of his opening bowling partner for the day, Blessing Zarbani.
Well, his figures speak for themselves, really, don't they? They're not in a particularly positive way.
And other than quick 21 from Tarim Sakanda and Ryan Murray, who's 31 from 47, not much else to speak of.
Oi! Aage.
Wonder how long it'll be before the googly makes an appearance here. Well, mid-off and mid-on are on the edge of the circle. How long will it be before Musrabani can resist the temptation?
Normally, the tail ender will go as long as they can read the spin and they're feeling comfortable in defence. But once it starts evading the inside or the outside edge, they're very happy to swing the bat. Normally, when a spinner comes on, Brian is very, very quick to try and go over the top, whether there's people back on the boundary or not.
Mid-off has actually just gone back almost all the way, and that's the end of the innings, the end of the match. It is the lowest total on this ground in a one-day international. Zimbabwe set the previous mark of 118 against Sri Lanka 8 years ago. And Blessing Musrabani chops on to give Shadab now 4 wickets. Pleasure for him, pleasure for Pakistan. They've absolutely steamrolled Zimbabwe here. It's actually Shadab's best figures in one-day international cricket. Well, Pakistan's bowlers showing what they could do.
Yeah, the man you just mentioned had gone back at mid-off, and that's probably because he was looking to get him to play the ball on the offside. It was the googly inside edge, and the last wicket to fall in the Zimbabwean innings. 107 is all they mustered, and a crushing victory of 201.
Here's the Zimbabwe batting card then, and very little to write home about. Murray's 32 not out on debut, but only 2 other players reaching 20. Chibaba really laboured at the top of the order for his 20. Musakanda, he shaped up very nicely, but then got out to a very loose shot indeed. And there were lots of loose shots in that innings. And, well, just one other player in double figures, Donald Tiripano. And the leg spin of Shadab wrapping up the innings very quickly indeed. 15 overs unused.
Well, the Pakistan bowlers had a field day today. Shinwari, Fahim, 2 wickets apiece. 4 for 32 for Shadab, his best figures in one-day international cricket. It's 5 overs for Shoaib Malik, no wickets for him, and a wickets apiece for Hassan Ali and Mohammad Amir.
If you're a Zimbabwe fan, look away now. There's the match summary. Pakistan 308 for 7. Imam-ul-Haq leading the way with 128. Fakir Zaman, his opening partner, 100 stand between those two for the first wicket, 113 in fact. And then Asif Ali putting the icing on top of the cake on debut with 46 from 25 balls. And that set a target that Zimbabwe simply couldn't get anywhere near with just those 4 men in double figures.